if we're being honest, that both the male and the female at their youthful state are being taught how to perform for the opposite sex. I don't think that when you talk about treatment, I don't think that if we're being honest, that in most cases, it may be isolated, but I don't believe in most cases, parents are sitting down and really educating a young man or a young woman how you treat the individual. I think what we're taught as young men is how to perform from a framework, opening doors, you do nice things.
Mistaken. Have you ever heard this phrase? In however, manipulate it however you need to manipulate it to make sure you can be honest with if you heard this phrase. Blah, 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 how to treat a lady. Have you ever heard anybody say anything like that?
I'm not sure I'm clear on what you're asking me.
Have you ever heard anyone say whatever they're saying and then utter the words, how to treat a lady?
No.
This is how you treat a lady. This is not how you treat a lady.
Okay. Yes.
I'm saying add whatever before, right?
Okay.
But then the phrase, how to treat a lady. Have you ever heard that?
Yes, but I've also heard the opposite as well. About
what's the opposite?
In terms of you better not talk to a
no,
man.
No. Listen. That's not the opposite.
Same thing?
That's not the opposite. No.
Okay. Or you better do this, or another woman will. That doesn't fall under that same thing.
No.
Okay.
No, that's not the same thing. Because see, this one is proactive in showing you what to do. What you're talking about is trying to tell a woman to stop doing something or to try to shame her into doing something. It's not proactive. Therefore, it doesn't stick the same. You train up a child in the way they should go. We tell kids what to do. We don't just utter what don't. We tell them what to do. Hey, this is how you do this. I'm going to do far better on the test if you tell me how to get the answer instead of you telling me how not to get the answer. Telling me how not to get the answer doesn't tell me how to get the answer. It may help me from making some mistakes, but it doesn't help me do what's right.
I think if we're being very honest, I believe from a parental perspective that both and the woman is taught how to perform for the opposite sex. I don't think that. I said, I think that if we're being honest, that both the male and the female at their youthful state are being taught how to perform for the opposite sex. I don't think that when you talk about treatment, I don't think that if we're being honest, that in most cases, it may be isolated, but I don't believe in most cases, parents are sitting down and really educating a young man or a young woman how you treat the individual. I think what we're taught as young men is how to perform from a framework, opening doors, you do nice things. I have witnessed mothers, aunties talking to the young girls. Boys like it when you curl your hair. Boys like it when you maybe put makeup on. Boys like it when you smell nice. So she's being taught and groomed how to perform and appear to maybe be pursued, but that's not treatment. And I think that if you flip it, it's the same thing, because boys are also taught you open doors, you bring her something nice, you treat her nice. But when you go past the performative perspective, you're not taught how she perceives things, how she thinks, how you as a man really ultimately need to show up where it's going to resonate to her. You learn that while you start actually getting to know women on a one-to-one basis.
No, true. Absolutely not. See, when you go to the beautification aspect and the hygiene aspect, which you mentioned, boys like when you smell good. Boys like when you curl your hair. Boys like when you wear makeup. First of all, that's women telling them that, and the women don't know what they're talking about. So, hold on. Women don't pursue men. Women do not pursue men. Women don't even understand their sons. I could assure you most women have not seen their sons naked past a certain age, right? When those boys start getting to a certain age, those women don't help those boys figure out their bodies. These boys are figuring out their bodies on their own. Women don't know boys. They don't know the struggles boys go through. They don't understand anything about boys past the age of maybe 5 or 6. So When women are giving girls these instructions are wrong, because most people will tell you they don't like makeup. Makeup is a mask. Now, granted, we may think if a girl got makeup on, she's growing up, and we're like, ooh, you know, we dealing with a girl kind of like a woman now. So we may fall into this psychological trance from that, but that's not like we desire makeup. We love girls in their natural state when we're young. It's not until we get older and we get introduced to makeup. We're not encouraging girls, hey, put some makeup on. That ain't what we do. So how can women tell us that boys like makeup? Because I don't know any boys that prefer women to wear makeup. Well, also, we get told all the time, we get shamed. Don't no girl want to smell your little musty. Get in the tub and wash up. You think you're gonna be around them girls and them girls' faces? Your breath stink. You musty. You ain't took a bath in days. Boys get told just as much as girls. If girls are told about their hygiene, boys are being told about their hygiene. But boys have to do the physical stuff to themselves. Then they have to have an outward expression. And boys also have to contain themselves. All the things they want to do, they have to not do those things for the benefit, comfort, and safety of girls. Girls are not taught anything to do for a boy. I guarantee you, you go around this panel and you ask the ladies on this panel, or you ask any of the ladies in the comment section, what were they doing specifically for boys when they were girls? The answer will be nothing. They don't do nothing. Miss Taken, if you disagree, I would love for you to tell us what you specifically were taught and what you specifically did for the benefit of boys while you were a girl. I don't want to hear about when you were a woman. When you were a girl, what were you taught to do, and what did you actually do for the benefit of a boy?
Well, I can't say in my household because
I can't hear you. I don't know if it's my end.
Can you hear me?
It's probably my end.
Anybody else?
I'll drop and come back.
Mistaken, I can hear you.
Can y'all hear me though?
I can hear you too, Will.
Okay, I'll drop and come back.
It's exactly kind of like what True was referring to, the performative aspect of attracting guys. Now, I can't say in my household because I really grew up in a strict household in terms of like not being able to date and things like that. And you know, to talk about sex, you don't have sex until you get married. So that part, I really didn't learn performative aspects of attracting guys. So where most of that information came from was peers, right? And then what I saw on television.
Wait, could you repeat it? Because I didn't hear nothing you said. I'm sorry.
I was saying in terms of directly being taught in my household, that didn't occur because I grew up in a very religious household. So the only conversations around that was, you know, you have sex when you get married, right? We couldn't officially have like real boyfriends until like around 15, 16 years old, right? So that was my upbringing. So most of what I learned was from my peers and what I saw on TV, just like how kids are using social media today as a guide. That was my guide as well. So specific things were things like some act like you're the damsel in distress, you know, look for guys that, you know, because guys like to help, or put on certain clothing to make you look more attractive. Wearing makeup was one of those things. So the performative being nice, bring, you know, stuff that he's interested, act like you're interested in. So those were some things that I picked up in terms of trying to attract a boy.
Miss Taken, you didn't say anything. Respectfully, I'm not diminishing.
No, I said it was performative, just like boys want to be performative as well.
No, Miss Taken. First of all, you told us nothing that you were taught, right? Which I respect the fact that you were told.
How do you think you're taught something? I don't understand.
Listen to what I'm saying real quick. I'm saying, respectfully saying, I'm not being condescending or diminishing what you were taught, but I'm saying you weren't taught anything specifically to do for a boy. Like I said, you weren't. And other women weren't either. But then you say you heard it basically through the grapevine from your peers, other kids, and you were told things that boys like, but you weren't told what to do expressly for the benefit of a boy. Boys are told what to do for girls' benefit. Girls benefit from boys' interests. Boys don't benefit from a girl's interest. All he
But
gets is the opportunity to perform for you if you like him.